Hi everyone, today we're gonna discuss about one common issue while connecting with our Windows instance, or I can say a server. When you launch any Windows instance on AWS, when you try to connect with that instance, let's say a RDP client, once after I download the RDP, and when you try to connect with that RDP, you are getting a message saying like smart app control blocked a file that may be unsafe. So before discussing, let's try to create an instance and let's try to replicate this scenario once again, and we can troubleshoot this instance and we can fix this. So first, let's try to launch our Windows instance and we can configure everything to launch the Windows instance. Once Windows instance launch successfully, and we can try to connect with the help of RDP. As we know, this video is basically to fix that RDP connection issue. So let's try to connect with the instance first. As you can see, I am inside the EC2. This is EC2 service. So you can see the instances. So I can click on launch instance here. I will give the particular name for my Windows instance as Windows Server. Next, I will select the Windows operating system here. Once after selecting Windows operating system in AMI, so I will use this AMI as default. As you can see, there is an instance type. Let's say we are picking up the 4 GB RAM to CPU. Yeah, this is fine for me. So next thing, I want to create a key pair. For this key pair, I will click on this key pair and I will name this key pair as Windows key pair. I will choose RSA here and I will click on create key pair. As you can see, the key pair has been downloaded successfully here. If I scroll it down below, so I will leave this default as it is. So as you can see, I have 30 GB of storage right now. So I will leave everything as default and I just want to create an one instance so that we can figure it out what's the problem, and I will click on the launch instance. Successfully we have launched the instance within a minute, right? So now let's try to connect with this instance. For connecting the instance, I will go back one step backwards to the instance. You can see here we have created this web server instance. Now if I want to connect to this Windows server instance, I will click on this instance ID and there is one thing called connect. So I will directly click here as a connect. So once you click on connect, there are many options to connect with our Windows instance or server. Choose RDP. For RDP, I need to download this RDP file. Click on this RDP file. So you can able to see RDP file has been downloaded. Next thing, I want to generate a password. As you can see here, my username is administrator. This is my username. I want password. So for password, I need to generate it. So I will click on get password. Once after clicking on get password, I need to upload my private key. Key pair file we already downloaded. So I will click on download key pair, go to the downloads, and you can see this is my key pair. I will click on this key pair and click on open. This is what my primary password for my user administrator. I will click on decrypt password here. Now you can able to see my password here. Now let's try to connect with the RDP. This is where we need to troubleshoot. So I will go here and I will double click on my RDP file. So once you double click, it's saying like the file was blocked because the file type, the internet can be dangerous. Okay, this is what the major issue which we can able to see here. As you can see, this issue is because of smart app control that has been enabled under our Windows security. Under our settings, this smart app control is enabled. I need to temporarily disable that smart app control. For disabling the smart app control, I need to open settings. So I will click on OK here and then I will open the settings. So once you go under the settings, at the left side you can able to see privacy and security. I will click on privacy and security. Here you need to go inside the Windows security. I will click on this Windows security. Under the Windows security, there is app and browser control. I will click on this app and browser control. So here you can able to see smart app control settings. I will click on this smart app control settings. As you can see, this has been enabled. Because of this, I can't able to connect with my RDP. In order to connect to my Windows server or instance, I can say, I need to turn off this. So for turning off, you can click on this off here. So you need to click on yes. Now successfully I have turned off my smart app control setting. I will close this. Now again I will retry to open this RDP file. So I will click on downloads and I will double click on this RDP. So as you can see here, the RDP has been opened here. Click on connect. So once you click on connect, it's asking for my password. As we already have the password, I will copy this password. Now you can able to see I am connecting with my RDP. So usually I couldn't able to connect previously because of this smart app control. Anyhow, we have disabled this. I'll put my password and I will click on OK. So once you click on OK, just click on yes here. As you can able to see, successfully I can able to connect with our Windows server or instance which we have created on AWS. This is how you can able to connect with the RDP files. I believe this video is very helpful for you in order to connect with any of the Windows server which you create on AWS. Thank you.